And we are back, guys. We are loading into the game between Blossom 5 and fuck. Uh, Fortis Omnia, exactly, yes. We have criticized Blossom's 5 draft a little bit. We all kind of agreed that there feels to be some cohesion issues between the certain champions. There's like multiple ideas of how you want to fight, how you want to approach objectives going on at the same time. While on the other side, the blue team has, I mean, personally, I'd say a pretty decent and standard composition, right? Like it's pretty straightforward what you're expecting from their side, right?
If you want to pick like a poke/siege composition, then Shen is not who I would pick as a tank for top lane, but it's honestly not that big of a deal.
Who'd you pick instead then?
I feel like Ornn is a very good defensive type of tank
That's
that you want to pick. What? It's literally the best pick you can get for this comp.
Exactly, that's why it's a compound. Yeah, no, of course, I agree. Oh, early draft. Oh, nice word here. Is he gonna get stopped? No. Okay.
Oh, Joe gets rooted. Out of danger, though.
First electrocute procced in this game. Also, I'd like to mention that Feb in the top lane does not have teleport.
Yeah.
He's purely lane focused with the ghost, and we'll see if that gamble is going to pay off in the end.
Yeah.
You have to think Rammus is very much a ganking jungler, and when you see that top laner with no TP,
for Darius as well.
That's a target painted on your back.
Yep, pretty much.
And Shen has good gank assist with his taunt. Captain Obvious once again coming in for the rescue. No big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's also more difficult for him because I don't know. It's just so. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around how they want to like fight objectives with that team comp.
Chris going for a lead. Chris going for an invade here on the blue buff.
Ooh, that's one.
Okay, that's actually a very good move by Chris. Yep. It denies the top lane gank from taking place. Essentially.
Velvet's dead. Velvet is completely dead.
What is it?
No, it doesn't matter. She's dead.
It is enough. It's not enough to get around.
The level all in from Fortis Omnia, and that's already a much better early game for the bot lane.
Oh, here comes the Rammus.
Rammus knows what's up, but he won't be able to steal this? Okay, he will. He has level 3 and Chris does it.
Chris is dead.
You kill!
Chris is dead. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Rammus
He should be. There's no flash.
Azir's coming in.
Yeah.
But Kindred can Q over the wall. Oh! Flash! So much extent.
Oh, boy. Nice.
Oh.
That's actually even worse. Oh, my God. That kill on the Azir as well. That's fun.
And now Feb is on the top side with his wave pushed in.
Yeah, and
so
the
he has to play back.
For it.
That is very bad for them.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it was so obvious.
He had to have seen this coming.
Yeah, he's
flashes.
Okay, he has to flash out, but yeah now
that was so disrespectful, right?
Yeah, he did not show them the respect.
Are we gonna burn the flash here as well?
And
he's gonna have to flash. Yeah. He's still dead. God, oh, that was so well played.
Really well played here.
Portsmouth with the Swain support.
Yep.
Showing up this game.
Yep.
Great start for Fortis Omnia.
Yep.
Actually, Rammus could have reganked top lane even.
Wait. Top side is fighting.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, the Shannon engaged on him.
I feel like this top lane matchup is already going all kinds of wrong for Feb.
Yeah. Kindred is trying to get something done here, but
how are you gonna dive
You're not gonna dive that. Yeah. That's a waste of time. Pretty significant one of that as well.
So Fortis Omnia has leads in bot lane.
Everywhere except top.
They have lead in the mid lane, which is supposed to be like mean, eventually Kog'Maw is going to do well in this lane, but
Yeah, it's pretty heavy start for him. No gonna lie.
at least for like the first 10 to 15 minutes, he's going to be a little bit
On the
far
back
back
foot, yeah.
because of
Yeah. But who do you think has the scaling? Because I'm not really sure that Blossom 5 has have the scaling. So
they both have scaling champions, but all things considered, I feel like Fortis Omnia should
Yeah.
outscale.
yeah, right. So like if you're ahead in the early game and for the next 10-15 minutes, one of the champions, oh wow, okay, he's gonna be super relevant. Jesus Christ, he went coal. I just noticed that. Yeah, he's gonna be a complete non-factor for probably next 10 minutes.
Oh, and they're going for the early dragon. It seems like.
Yeah.
Cole was a starting item, I believe, or was it?
No.
No, he came back to lane with the
Yeah,
core.
can't be because if you look at the CS you had,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, is he just investing into his
Late
mid
game.
game?
Yeah. That's very weird.
He
He
got
needs-
the early Infernal Drink for the Caitlyn as well.
Yeah.
Mario almost got denied a recall there. That was close.
Yeah, with the Swain W. Oh, Callow
Swain
looking for the
overextended
engage. Yeah, very
We're
obvious.
gonna look.
Ooh, but they have to back up. Would you have to back off?
Not
I think you
sure.
could've fought.
Right. The Caitlyn had to. The Caitlyn does have the pickaxe, which is
Oh, Velvet has to be so careful here.
quite cool. Oh,
Feel like they. Yeah, I see the phase where Chalister, but I was just gonna mention that was a decent opportunity to actually get something back.
Right? When
least
Callow
towards the
gets there, I
center.
thought they could have actually instant. Oh,
This is actually not that bad of a matchup for Shen.
no, it's pretty decent.
I would have expected it to be pretty shit.
Well, if Darius does not get ahead, then Shen can just hold the lane. I feel like
That's a fair point.
he can block a lot of the damage off of his W, and also deny the stacks, which is very important for Darius. He wants to stack his passive.
Yeah. Yeah, this mid lane is pretty not even. Fucking Cole versus Lost Chapter. That is a fun comparison in the lane.
Yeah, Duke of Jamming can basically create prio whenever he wants to. at this
Yeah.
point.
Kinder got one stack so far or no?
It's one stack. Yes.
Yeah, one stack. Because she's getting denied another one of her stacks by the Rammus right now in his own chickens. Oh. Yeah, but this gang should never work.
Oh, but it still seems like they want
Think.
No, he's gonna back off here. Yeah.
Oh, I think Sums has to realize what the intent is from
Yeah,
Darius and
it's
why
too
he's
obvious.
why
It's too
he's
obvious.
playing so aggressive.
Yeah. Ooh, another huge trade.
Another
oh, Velvet! Ooh.
So much-
Oh,
no,
she's
the
still
trap!
dead. Yeah.
Oh, but walk into a trap
Yeah.
right next to the tower. That's a classic Caitlyn move right there.
Yeah.
Just plant a trap next to the tower, then
Yeah.
one misstep and you're basically dead.
Yep. Oh.
Sums does have a
He's gonna
flash.
have to flash, right?
Oh, big commitment
That
from
is
Chris.
why do you?
Oh, but you have to.
Oh my
Oh, this
God.
is. Oh no! Oh no!
That's
Chris.
really well played by
Chris.
Sums.
Oh.
He reacts very well to that gank,
As
and
if
ends up
this
costing
game-
them a lot.
this game could not get any worse
Right.
for Blossom 5.
But I don't understand why do you continue? You got the free flash from Shen, which is already huge.
Yeah, that should have been it, but Chris maybe felt pressured to get something more, considering the
Yeah.
map is on fire and
Oh.
jamming.
Double kill as well.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Easy
that's... And he's also counter jump. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
This does not seem to be the day for fucking Blossom 5 at all.
Yeah, you can say that one again. Jesus Christ. They're basically losing everywhere.
Yeah, with
They have a CS lead top, but I'm pretty sure that lane is behind as well. Oh, is he gonna look for it? Oh, caught in the shopping. Oh my!
And the
What
flash.
flash? What do
And
you
the flashes
flash?
as well.
What the fuck?
This is an absolute
Oh.
slaughterhouse.
it hurts so bad.
But why do you? Oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
did say it was going to be a Fortis Omnia win night, but I did not expect this to happen.
Yeah, me neither. Jesus.
This
It's
is
been fairly one-sided so far.
this is a one-team show, and
Yeah,
it doesn't
so
look
far.
like that's going to change, because like the mid-game spikes for Blossom 5 are severely delayed across the board. Darius is behind, Kog'Maw's behind, Trist is behind. You're not going to win these fights.
Yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
I can't see anything.
Oh, team fight.
No, team fight.
Duke of Jamming takes down Chris, and it seems like
Well, yeah, they're just.
the Shen is on the fucking Kog'Maw. Cal
I'm
has
not-
flashed,
Oh,
Kog'Maw
the
flashes.
Yeah,
Swain
they're
all-
flash
they're all done.
E
Yeah.
was so clean.
Yeah, I don't know because there was a lag for us in the cast, but if
Yeah, we did
Blossom 5 engaged on this, that's stupid because
Yeah.
they have no business team fighting at all at this point.
Yeah,
Like
this
even
is-
just look at the item difference in mid lane, right? You have a tier Cole versus a finished Ludens. How?
Yeah. It's all about recognizing that you don't have the items compared to your opposition. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
And then the
And
decision
then with
has
that
to be
information, you change your decision making to we can't fight you around this Drake, but we should be able to predict you going for this Drake, so we should try and get something done on the other side of the map where you're probably not going to be, so we don't have to we don't have to back off because of the item differences, and we can get, I don't know, plates on one of the towers, maybe topside, or try and get the Herald or invade. Like there needs to be a response on the other side. The response cannot be let's team fight and try and get that Drake, because then you get the result that we just had where you get your shit kicked in. That was a 4-0, right?
Yeah.
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 The priority should be to farm and scale, but their decision making is not.
Oh, Swain,
not
Swain,
very
Swain,
good.
Swain, Swain. Swain doesn't have flash.
Just ult this to safety. That's fun, I think.
Yeah. The Zero is also roaming. Yeah. Chris needs to be careful.
But yeah,
Oh.
even with the ult burn from Swain, that doesn't really change the lane situation.
Yeah. And yeah, Shen getting more tanky. Rammus is getting tanky as well. Finished jungle item. That's a fun one. And you have finished IE as well. I'm wondering, the Swain needs to be. Wait, can we see the gold currently on the Swain? He's pretty close to Leandris, right?
Yeah, not far off, I think.
Like 500 gold, something like that. How much is the finishing? No, it's 750, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he has it
It's
now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another big spike for Swain.
Oh boy, that's fun. Yeah,
Like, all the champions you don't want to be fed this game are fed. And it's actually quite insane to watch.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's also a boots of mobility purchase for Callow, but
Yeah, I saw that as well.
I don't see him roaming very much this game.
Yeah, he's been in lane for the entire time almost.
The Shen, or
Okay, so Chris is wandering dangerously close to
Yeah,
the enemy jungle.
he you really don't want to fight. I'm not even sure you win a 1v1 versus Swain right now. I mean, they do get a decent amount of plates here.
Do any of them win a 1v1 against Swain?
I mean,
I would argue.
I'm actually
Darius could
struggling. I'm not sure.
the Caitlyn is just burning Feb down.
Yeah.
Yep, Fortis Omnia going for the swap.
Yep.
Very much the right call to make.
Yep.
They get
Oh.
Herald. Oh,
Yeah, but that's
so
yeah, you're
Sims
never
is
touching
very much
this guy.
safe. Yeah, you're not killing Vishen when he has those items.
Oh,
Kindred
Chris.
in danger. Not sure what happened in that situation.
no, I think they just cut him out while doing the
Jungle camp,
crux,
yeah.
and
Oh boy.
he
Oh
tried
boy.
to run. Had to burn his ultimate for it.
You know, it's fucked when the Zir is poking the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, exactly.
You actually know it's fucked. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's usually at this point where the Kog'Maw can actually turn the matchup around because of his R range advantage.
Yeah. The problem I see as well is right, like it's very obvious that blue team is very significantly ahead, and the problem I don't think everyone is really focused on right now is there's a Drake in a minute, meaning they will be contesting Soul Point in 5 minutes and 50 seconds because realistically this Drake is 100% supposed to go to Fortis Omnia.
Oh, it seems like a fight might break out here. The Shen has to flash out. Oh, no,
Yeah,
it didn't, just
Blossom 5 is still in danger.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
here comes the shuffle.
yeah, that's it.
Oh,
And the flash as
Yeah,
well.
from the combo.
Duke of Jamming gets away.
So this is 2 for 0, first tier 1 turret mid. This is gonna translate. Oh, they actually engage.
Great
Yeah, but this
performance
should
from-
transfer into a Drake take.
Oh, okay.
Woo,
Alistair gets
Callow
back.
has to burn ult. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
should
now you
be.
transfer this into a Drake take. You take the Drake, and yeah, that's what I was trying to say, right? Like in 5 minutes, they will be on Soul Point, and it's Ocean. I don't think you can give the Ocean Soul and realistically expect to win. Yeah, like I don't think you actually win the game anymore at all. Meaning that like, how are you gonna supposed to win the fight in 5 minutes?
It seems like Chris
Chris
might actually
Chris
go
is-
down solo here. Yeah, and he dies solo to the support.
That is actually just the perfect summary of what the fuck this game is right now.
This could just be a perfect game, and that's a very sad. It's a
Yeah.
very sad piece of news for Blossom 5.
Would that be the first perfect game?
Of UNL? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and it seems like Feb is also going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really feels like the morale is gone for Blossom 5, and they're just
Are they allowed to FF in the UNL?
they can't even piece together a plan to.
Yeah, but
So
is
maybe-
there a plan? Let's say you can.
That's what
let's
I'm
say you-
saying. There seems to be. Oh, you mean is there a plan
possibility?
available?
Yeah. Right, like
Uh,
the sense of like.
That's a fair point.
Right, like if you could freeze the game here and you're the oh, never mind. Hold that thought. Woo! Good
engage.
flash by the Caitlyn.
But yeah.
Yeah, but like right, like if you could freeze the game here and you're the coach and you're able to talk to your team, is there an actual realistic, like without bullshitting, is there a realistic scenario where you're expecting to do something that wins you the game?
I mean, I
The
guess
only
you could.
the only real answer is trying to exploit the gaps in vision when we're trying to take down the objectives. But
Yeah.
even then, if one person gets caught out,
You're
Then-
fucked,
like
and you have
you have to
3
kill them
minutes.
fast enough.
yeah.
And if that doesn't happen, you don't win the fight.
Oh, is this win gonna ruin the perfect game?
Shen
No, I
ult
think
comes
they
in.
don't.
Well, they use the they use. Oh,
And they just
boy.
get him down. What is this? He falls down.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
the
dead as well.
Kog'Maw gets
Yeah.
rooted. The K
Nope.
comes in
No
clutch.
block from Tristana.
Yeah, Tristana did not give a fuck about the Kog'Maw there.
No hope. Okay,
Can
Enix
feel
is
her.
looking for a dive. They have
Yeah,
to.
he's looking for.
He is BMing them.
Azir still has his ult.
Yeah,
Could we see some Shurima shuffling?
he might just threaten it and just. Oh boy, oh boy.
They don't
Quick
have
group.
to dive. They can just poke down the turrets.
I mean, look at it.
Oh, say that again.
Ah, it's
Well,
like,
if Darius is that far off,
Oh my god.
Callo barely makes it by the skin of his teeth out.
Yeah, quick reminder as well. 2 minutes 20 until Soul Point. Also, quick reminder for the people watching: the Dragon capsule just opened its hatch, and they are taking out the astronauts.
Gotta utilize them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fortis Omnia taking the reset before the last major objective of this game. I'm just going to call it out. There's not going to be a Baron.
Nope.
I don't think it's
There
necessary to
shouldn't
end this
be.
game.
Yeah, there shouldn't be.
But then again, this could also be like Fortis Omnia is just BMing around now, and then they fuck up one fight. And then
The biggest major objective should be don't lose a tower.
Yep.
To secure a perfect game. That's what should be the priority.
Pretty possible. Pretty easily doable, I think. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, the fucking Swain has more items than anyone else on the enemy team. Fucking stop. Fucking Zonia's Leandries. Oh boy, oh boy.
And everyone this game has, or everyone on Fortis Omnia has a bounty except the jungler.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed during the games, but Fortis Omnia keeps buying pink wards. Like, they're really good at it, and they keep placing them as well. So now you only see 2, but they just had like 5 or 6 in inventories and just use them to clear the vision. They're pre-active. Yeah, you can see it here even, right? Like, all this vision here is set up for like in 40 seconds. On the enemy blue side, they have pink wards in 2 places. They have other wards prepared as well.
But I mean, the Darius is topside with no TP. Dragon is about to come up in.
Yeah, I don't understand this. He's not going to be there even in time, even if he runs now.
Yeah, because it spawns pretty soon, right?
It spawns in 16 seconds. You can see it in the bottom right, right? Like, this is just...
Oh, it's the bottom right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is just over, right?
They're just lingering. I think they had to yield. The Shen has to...
Yeah, but you can't yield this. I think this is a desperation play where you just all in. Because how are you going to win now?
It seems like they're just giving
I think they've already accepted their fate.
Yeah, it actually looks like it, right?
Oh,
but are they going for the Baron?
Desperation Baron?
The Baron trade? Don't think that's gonna happen.
That's not at all gonna happen.
They might go for Baron though. They got Soul now. There's no way they lose the 5v5 or shouldn't lose the 5v5.
There's no way they lose the game.
Yeah, they're just going for the Baron. They don't care anymore.
Swain? I'm just actually getting PTSD from this Swain possibly ruining the perfect game.
So that's what we're going for now, the perfect game.
I mean, yes.
They could just secure the push in multiple lanes. Force them to respond that way.
Yeah. Or
okay, that's the pick off onto the Alistar, that's the squishiest Alistar I've ever seen.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a lot of meat on the bones to that one. And now they're going for Baron.
Even this far ahead, they take Baron pretty fucking slowly.
Oh,
yeah, Chris might get a steal here actually.
He's too far.
Let's stop doing the LCS bullshit. This game is completely over. The Baron was never going to be able to get stolen.
But I always wanted to cast LCS, so I have to make the best out of it, you know?
I mean, that's a 4-level lead in the jungle as well. That's fun.
You see the...
Now I'm wondering if they're gonna split, if they're gonna do like a 1-3-1, 1-4, or if they just push it mid and have one to top side.
I mean, the inhibitor mid lane is pretty low, isn't it? They were hitting it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about half HP, a bit over.
Yeah.
So they can just siege up this and have Shen push the top lane.
Oh, Azir is so close to death cap as well.
Are they looking for?
So they have the teleports which they could utilize as well.
Yeah, this turret's gone.
Yeah, that means the inhib's probably gone as well. How are they gonna stop them? The Darius is roaming down.
It's so weird to watch astronauts being actually taken out of the capsule like they're almost dead people. Like they're putting him on a stretcher.
How do you know he's not dead?
He's shaking his hand and looking into the camera and giving it like an "I'm okay" sign. He's actually just fucking chilling.
Shen's just split pushing like he should do. Well, the rest of the team is running it down bot lane.
Yep.
They're
they're
down.
maximizing this Baron here.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good.
Yeah.
I don't even think
they're hitting both as well at the same time. Pretty
Yeah.
good coordination.
Oh, Joel almost falls.
The problem here is like how the fuck do you approach this blue team? Right? Even if you engage on them, right? Like Shreemer shuffle, like in the worst case scenario, he shuffles you away from the Caitlyn, right? Like even if you get a good engage, he will take your engage and tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, now they just lose another inhib and then another tower.
Top is gone as well.
They have to pull the trigger right here.
Yeah,
that's the only chance to do something.
They got super minions into their base. Double cannon minion
rotation, perhaps.
And the trigger gets pulled. Swain ult this, Chris ult this. And it seems like Feb will go down first in the fight, then follows Chris. Callow in the backline all alone. Falls to the Shen.
Still no kills for Blossom 5.
Yep, this is going to be a perfect game. Ooh.
And yeah,
that's just... So, yep, that's the perfect game from Fortis Omnia, the first in UNL history. Absolute domination from start to finish, and Fortis Omnia have shown that this loss yesterday has not phased them at all, and they're coming in to... they're ready to win this league, as far as I'm concerned. They have what it takes. They just need to polish their play.
Yep.
This was really good.
I did not expect that at all to happen. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it would be pretty close. And Chris actually, pulling off the stuff early game. He went for an early invade, which was super good until he got caught taking the crump, and dying, of course. But this was just too one-sided, dude. It was an absolute slaughter.
Yep, this was not even close. But I think, right, like, I think a lot of it is on that team. Like, they fucked up with multiple things, right? Like, one of the things, right? We pointed out, draft is super weird. What are you picking? Like, seems like you're not prepared to pick. Like, it really looks like in the moment you're deciding which champions to pick. Best example is that Kindred, right? Like, that Kindred feels like a champion you just decide to pick randomly. I don't think if you're doing draft preparation, you're realistically going to say, yes, and if we get to the situation, we're going to pick Kindred here. Blind into a Swain and also into no jungler. Yeah, perfect, right? Into an Azir, Swain, and they haven't picked their jungler, so they can counterpick you as well, if they wanted to.
Yeah,
but then you have that. Then you have, after the draft, you have very weird, very, very weird, like, plays that are happening there where you're like, what is this? And from that, you're just spiraling. Because I think, right, like, with that comp, if you are behind in mid and bot, there's no way you win the game anymore.
Okay,
that was pretty obvious.
We're gonna move into the winner's interview. We have Enix and Outlaw with us right now, and yeah, that was very convincing.
Player of the game.
Oh boy! Oh, we're not ready for this, actually.
Oh boy!
After the interview, we both postponed the MVP for after the interview.
Yeah.
Enix and Outlaw, congratulations on your first win and the first perfect game in the history of UNL. How does it feel?
Thanks, Dad. It's great.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. All the prep was kind of worked.
We draft kingdomed it and we executed properly this time.
Okay. Yeah. First question, Enix. Both of you, right? What was your thought when you saw them pick Kindred?
I mean, we kind of expected Kindred.
Really?
Well, before I said on Friday when we went into practice, Blossom 5, Chris has been playing a shit ton of Kindred and a shit ton of Kha'Zix, and those are the two things that I'm most worried about for playing against them.
Well, that didn't come up in the draft, anyways. We just sent this into our jungler, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you could see that. You didn't need me in game today.
But no, when we saw it, it was like, I wasn't too worried because
it felt so weird, right? Because you
yeah,
look at
we
it
had
and
a
you
lot
have
of AoE, but yeah, they dropped
Yeah.
triple marksman, so we just like Frozen Heart on Rammus, and then they don't do anything.
Yeah. And it's also right, like it's also you have your Swain, which can always almost always get the Kindred out of her ult. You have an Azir who can Shurima Shuffle as well, and then you're also able to pick. And you had the pick of the litter. You could have picked Gragas into it and hard countered. You could have picked Lee Sin and countered her. You could have and you did end up picking Rammus, which is also super good versus that entire team because you have Kog'Maw and then Tristana and the Kindred. Like just filled all over the place. And then they have a Darius that wants to jump into a team fight. And they have a Kog'Maw in the mid lane that wants to just be on the back line and just were you guys confused when you saw those picks, or did you kind of expect it?
No, we even expected the Kog'Maw when we're going into second ban rotation. We're like, okay, Imari's probably going to play Kog'Maw, right? But he's also been playing Galio TF in practice games. So we thought, okay, yesterday we lost because we got global diffed with like Galio and Shen.
Yeah.
So we picked the Shen, and then we banned the Galio and the TF. So like, even if he picks Kog, we don't care because we can just bot gap.
Yeah.
It's like normally into that,
sorry.
I'd want like Sejuani or Jarvan because obviously
Yeah.
their team is pretty immobile. Like obviously
Yeah.
Kindred has dashes, Trist has jump, but Kog'Maw doesn't do anything. Darius doesn't do anything, and with like Sedge and J4, I can just kind of sit on top of them. But we were talking about it, and I know you mentioned Gragas and Lee Sin. Gragas is okay, but like you don't want to see my Lee Sin, trust me.
Okay.
If you ever see me on Lee Sin, you know it's gone wrong. And like tanks just seem to kind of be my style, like supportive jungle tanks. So Rammus, like into that comp, like Tom said, like just build Frozen Heart and win. I didn't even get to finish the Frozen Heart. I only had Cinderhulk.
Triple marksman is just, it's not it. And like when I saw Alistar face rush, like, I tried it the other day. I know it's quite popular right now, but when you have that little front line on the team, he was just such a free kill.
Yeah. Well, how are you surprised when they picked Trist Ali into you guys?
Trist was actually kind of surprising.
Right?
But then we knew they wanted Caitlyn, so that's why we chose
of course, right?
it.
Yeah.
I mean, Caitlyn's known by everyone to be Velvet's best champion. I
wasn't gonna pick the Swain today. I was gonna pick like Thresh or something, but as soon as they locked in Alistar, I just know I had to do it.
I mean, we saw last night. So when we finished our games last night, we did a little bit of a VOD review because we weren't happy with how things went. And there were a lot of points in that game where we should have lost. Right?
Yeah,
like we should have lost a lot sooner than we had.
Yes.
But even though like we should not have won that game and we didn't win that game, there were a lot of avenues where we should have actually executed on our win conditions better to put us in a better position. So we went over all of that, and whilst we were doing that, we then started discussing rough plans for today, and we saw that all of B5 were playing some practice games together. So we were checking out what they were doing. And we saw Callow practicing the Alistar last night. So I don't think that was as much of a surprise as the Tristana, but the Tristana was definitely a bit of a curveball.
Can I shout out? I got a couple shout outs.
Sure.
3 in fact. First one, my top laner, good job. He got a solo kill. Like picking Shen and just like, I'm gonna be a bitch all game, and then he just gets a solo kill anyways. He smurfed it. And I'd like to thank my jungler for buying a sweeper 30 minutes in than he did last game. And I'd also like to thank my #1 fan, Granny Spanner, in the Twitch chat. That is all. And apologies for your channel getting banned, because that belongs on Pornhub.
So I wanna talk about the prep, because it does feel like you pay a lot of attention to what happens before the game. Does that give you confidence going into these games? Like
it only helps. Like it's kind of cliche, but if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail, right? Like that sounds really cliche, but there's no point going into a draft without some kind of goals or like a kind of comp you want to run or things you want to deny from the enemy team. So like we know that Callow is incredible on Lulu, and we know that Tom doesn't really play it, so banning it is logical. Same thing with Joe and Vladimir and Ben, because Ben doesn't play it, Joe's really good at it, there's no point leaving it open, right? Caitlyn, Bishan wanted, so we decided, right, we can leave that up. If they're not going to ban it because they want to get it for Velvet, so we just first pick it.
Yeah.
And then we just have other strengths that we build around. Like as Tom said, we wanted to go with something like Thresh today, but as soon as they lock in Alistar, we know that Swain is a really good counter to that, so we might as well just go with that because it doesn't really change the comp as a whole.
Yeah,
I got a hot take for you. But I'll say in a second. Hot take: this won't be the last perfect game of UNL the split.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay. That
Okay.
is fucking confident. I'll say
Already
that.
planning on more perfect games.
That is pretty
Or are
confident.
you just okay? I'm not gonna say that.
We'd like to get more perfect games.
That's
Yeah. After yesterday, I feel like we had to make a point, and I feel like we did that today.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I expected in this, like in the pregame talk. I said that you're here to prove a point after the loss against Brainstorm, and yeah, you sure showed everyone that you're actually a strong team.
Yeah, definitely a contender for number one.
I think we showed glimpses yesterday that we are a good team, but we just inted a bit too much.
There was a lot of nerves yesterday as well. I feel like the nerves were kind of gone today.
Music diff, dude. It's music diff. But yeah, like there was way too much in yesterday, so kind of like I said, we kind of odd reviewed it yesterday. We looked at where we inted, what we should have done that we didn't. Buying a sweeper before 40 minutes was one of them.
Yeah.
And we kind of looked to just address as much of it as we could going into today. And even though it kind of happened, it's kind of frustrating looking back at yesterday because we should have played like we did today against Brainstorm.
It's nice that everyone on the team was vocal as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Today.
We were all talking a lot today.
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel like if we play that game against Brainstorm again, like with exactly the same drafts, we win 9 times out of 10 now.
Nah, 7 out of 10. Give him 7 out of 10.
No. Confidence, dude. 9 out of 10.
But you guys were happy with the prepreparation going into the game, so like you felt really confident that you should slam.
I might as well be coaching an LEC team, to be honest, with my draft skills. 4 years of this shit.
From what I know, you would probably be better than certain people.
Oh, just replace TSM's coach. He's actually shit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but you're not going to replace him because, well, the coach you might replace. You're not going to replace the general manager because he's dating a certain person that is very important to the owner of that organization. Oh, my bad. Did I say it out loud?
Classic.
Yeah, no, but that was a very fun game to watch as well because it was.
I don't know. I feel bad.
Yeah, like on our side, obviously it was really fun to play because everything we did seemed to go right. But I feel kind of bad for the Blossom 5 guys because like we get on with them really well. Joe was even helping us a little bit last night with some of our VOD review. He kind of wanted to shout at us, especially me for not buying sweeper. Kind of learnt my lesson already, but you know.
The Arami buff.
Legit. But yeah, I feel kind of bad for those guys, and I'm sure that they will want to bounce back after this. And I'm like, I know they'll practice hard. They got Dave in, who's going to be helping them out with coaching and that kind of thing. So I think they'll bounce back really strong next week. And even with a game like that to open their season, I don't think anyone should count them out because they do have a really, really skilled group of players.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Who do you personally think is your biggest competition? That is like possibly going to contend with you for number one spot.
I don't know. We haven't played every team yet, and we don't really know all of the players.
Yeah.
Like most, some of us haven't played UNL before, so we'll see. We'll just play the first round robin, and then going into the playoffs that we will definitely make.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can tell you. We can answer.
It's top 4 for playoffs, right?
Fuck knows, Oscar.
The last team does not get to go to playoffs.
Yeah. I'm at this point, like echoing what Tom said, I'm confident we make playoffs. But as we're the only team to have played 2 games right now, I don't think we can really get a proper assessment for anyone else because, like with Blossom 5 today, you can't learn anything about how they play as a team from that game.
Yeah, BO1 could go anyway, so next game they could come up with something different that we don't expect, and then they could be
exactly.
a different story.
Very much so. Yeah.
Like with also with our game yesterday against Brainstorm, like that could have ended in 20 minutes for either side had either side got a lead, got significant lead and played around it properly early. Like we inted early, they inted mid game, we inted late game.
Yeah. Especially right, like if you use only one game as a data set, you could have even used your team as like, oh, you're dog shit because look at the game they played yesterday. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So ask me that question this time next week when we've seen 2 or 3 games out of every team. Then maybe I can give you a bit more of an answer. But just like Tom said, first round robin's kind of the best way to get a feel for how everyone stacks up.
Pretty interesting. Yeah. I mean, I think that. Is there anything else that we wanted to cover here? Because I think we're pretty in depth here, right?
I think we're done.
Fortis, Omnia, Rap will be swift. All these tier lists thinking we aren't good.
We have been angered by the brainstorm and the tier lists. We shall rise up.
We will smurf soon.
And we're all looking forward to it, that's for sure. If you keep bringing us these games, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, very happy to see a team that is pretty interesting and has a lot of potential. That's probably going to be it for today. POG.
For player of the game. Adam, who do you have as your player of the game?
I think the Caitlyn is a pretty good shout. I think the Caitlyn is a pretty good shout.
Yeah, Caitlyn played really well. Didn't really make that much mistakes from what we saw.
My vote is gonna go for Outlaw, so I feel like we have.
Wait, Outlaw, who were you in the game?
He was
Swain, yeah.
Swain's also a pretty good shout.
I did most damage. But no, that Caitlyn ult under the tower at point blank was MVP caliber.
To be fair, yeah.
Like on the BM scale. I also fucked up that flash under the bot inhib on the Cosmo.
You know what? I'll change it just because you had the balls to come up here and be fucking confident. I'll give it to Swain. So yeah, POG is Swain.
POG bot lane. POG bot lane. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
We'll make that the unofficial one, but the official one is Outlaw playing as Swain. In that game, he was everywhere. Man was ganking mid lane. He was in the enemy jungle. Sometimes where it was a bit sus, standing there alone, having to burn ult and stuff to get out. But in the end, it's fine.
Yeah, it was really helpful having Tom in the jungle with me as well.
You mean saying, "Don't worry, there's 4 enemies. I've got my ulti, and we have Shen. Let's kill them."
Yeah, legit. It's like I think it was it second Drake? Was it third Drake or fourth Drake? You're like, oh yeah, I'm zoning 4 of them. I have Zonya's ult and Shen ult. We're fine.
Yeah,
you just got to limit test it.
Yeah,
we're limit testing the whole game. My Azir goes straight through the mid tower, bang, kills the Kog'Maw. Don't give a fuck, didn't die.
Ben actually kind of smurfed. Not gonna lie, what do I need to do as a jungler when all of my laners are smurfing? Like, it's actually just so free.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disagree.
It's actually like all of my lanes are winning. I can just farm my camps. This is great. I'm loving life.
Yeah.
But then I think that pretty much wraps it all up.
Yeah.
When you guys say.
Yep, that was pretty much it. Thank you very much for the interviews. Super interesting conversation, also pretty candid, which we always like. And yeah, the game was super close. Not super close, super interesting. Not close. And yeah, there was a tricast with me, Dabas, and Mark. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as well. Yeah, see you next weekend.
See you next